It's very easy to fail is what I've understood in my journey through life. And for me, I was so lucky that I could fail much early in life when I was in school and in college and multiple times over in college. For a lot of us who look at today's world, you can see people taking their lives about when they don't clear a competitive exam. And I'm talking about way back in the 90s, where we didn't have so many opportunities like we have today. So somebody to fail at that point of time was really considered a taboo. And I very well remember the first time that I failed, my father told me that you're not going to do anything in life. For me, that was the biggest compliment that I got, because at least somebody said that I will not do anything. But what that did to me is, it kind of set a baseline to say, now, if a father says that I can't do anything, there is anything that I want, I can do. Which is why I started off doing the things which I like to do. Then I started keeping a journal. At that point of time, we had no social media. So the only thing you could do if you want to kind of put your thoughts together is open a book and write. And that is one habit which has stayed with me for even till now. So as I started scrolling down in the journal, I found, okay, failed in exam. What happened? You got a earful from your parents. Somebody said you cannot do anything in life. So good. At least they gave you a free ticket to experiment whatever you want in life. And that is from where I started my journey to do the things which I felt I should do. So the first experience which I noted out, it said, father did not beat you. You get a lot of counseling to say why you did this and why you did that. But beyond that, nothing happened. The same examination came 6 months later. You sat on it and you wrote and you passed. When you walked on the street, nobody said you were a failure in school. When you went to buy a ticket, nobody told you to stand behind because you were a failure in school. So it didn't matter. As I progressed through college, the same journey continued. Multiple times in the same class, and I still keep those certificates with me to show to people that it doesn't matter. Every time the same thing happened, dad had already written me off saying he's not going to do anything in life. So that allowed me the chance to experiment a lot. So at one point of time, when I cleared my 12th, before I got into college, and he said, do you want to get into engineering? I said, don't waste your money and my time trying to do it. Because I neither have the aptitude nor the liking. And it's not that all engineers only become successful in life. Non-engineers also become successful. He was happy that I had made my choice. I was happy that I got to study a subject of my liking. I still tell people that if he had invested in me in engineering, it would have been what today you read in newspapers called as an NPA, non-performing asset. But he took that money. I told him, go invest in the stock market. He invested, he made a lot of money. That was the first time I would say a son was advising his father on how to make money, way back. So if I look at it, nothing came out of it. I always looked at the positives. What happened? Nothing. I got out of college. I started working. Within 5 years, I became an entrepreneur. And here I am today. So when I look at the journals which I've written, every single opportunity which came or every single incident that happened was not the end of the world for me. Today, when my father doesn't speak about what happened in school, I speak a lot about what happened in school because I love to do that comparison. To see what education did, what I learned in school and college, I still cherish it. Because if I want to talk to people in 5 languages, I can, because I learned it in school. You want me to write a chemical equation, I can, because I learned it in college. I learned to get an education, not to get marks. And that's the difference. So when I look at the positives, I might have flunked 3 or 4 years, but that happened. What did I get out of when I got out of college? My educational degree did not help me get my job. In fact, nobody even looked at it. The first job that I went, The person said, can you go and sell software? I said, I can. He asked me a couple of questions. He said, okay, you are the guy for the job, go and sell. That had got nothing to do with what I learned in college. But as I went through the grind, I found out there's a lot of things that you can do to become better, which is knowing your subject well. So when I was going to sell the software, I had to learn the software very well. It had got a lot to do with how you speak to people, how you communicate with people, how you connect with people, how you go back to people if you have promised something, how you keep up your promises. If you have made a mistake, go back and say sorry. If there is something to learn it immediately. Like one of my ex-managers used to tell me, you do things only 3 times in life. First to learn, second to implement, third time to transition. Don't hang around it for a long time. So when I'm putting all those things down in my journal on a daily basis and I go back and see it now, for so many years, the only thing I've kind of understood in all of that, it's like it is always nice to fail. Because nothing is going to happen. What's going to happen? Okay, people might shout at you, family members, they might feel bad, but that's about it. You are living your life. You are not living your life based on what others need you to become. And sometimes I think that parents also want their children to become what they couldn't become. And that's where all the pressure comes. But if you let the child do whatever the child wants to do, you would find the individual blossoming. And here's the case right in front of you. So always when you look at the positives, even in work, I have seen, when a customer gives up, pulls out a project from you, a lot of people will say, oh, it's the end of the world. For us, it was not the end of the world. For us, it was a learning to go get another customer. So always focus on the positives. And there's a saying that goes that an optimist fell 12 stories. At every story, he told his friends waiting below, I am okay still. That's been the philosophy of my life. Thank you, and back to you, TMOD.